All right, y'all. I'm gonna try to push out one more video this afternoon. This is this week's hotness, and I know I put out a list on Friday. That's kind of a weird time to put out a list, so I'm gonna try to go for Mondays from now on, and then those coins that pump or some of them may fail. I will do the removals of the cleanup of the hot list on Fridays. All right. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Let's get into this week's. Some of these are still here from, many of these are still here from Friday. In fact, almost all of them. So we'll have to do some removal on this Monday. And then we'll come back to this list again after the cleanup on Friday and see once again which coins have pumped. And maybe some of them still need to pump or haven't pumped, and maybe some of them failed the setup. So we'll have to take a look at that on Friday again. Let's get started. All right. So we always start with the Bitcoin, right? So here's Bitcoin, and zooming in here, you can see we bounced off this ever present long multi-year support level. I did not want to go down here and test it, but I'm happy to see that it's still providing very strong support as we bounced up it off of it massively and now are forming kind of a hammer pattern candle. We went all the way up to 40,800 resistance. Actually, we almost hit the 50 or the 100-day moving average and didn't quite get there today, but maybe this week we can continue on up. So Bitcoin's looking strong. At one time, I thought this might be a bear flag. Still could be a bear flag. We have to beat this previous high on the daily here on April 13th. We set a body high. We have to beat that. So that takes us above the 100-day moving average before I consider the trend to be reversed. So again, I have to be cautious because we could still come down here and test this support again, which I don't want to do. All right, moving on. Let's. Uh, I always have to preface this because this is our lead dog. We have to watch this. All right, let's get started with the list. CHZ. Boy. Uh, so Friday I came out with the list that was on 15th. We were up here and we have fallen. Basically, my list on Friday, remember this, the criteria was simple. Anything above the 50-day and the 100-day, I put it on the hot list. Anything below that, or I mean, it was pretty much that simple. Now, the CHC has fallen below the 50-day, but now it's working on closing above it again. So I'm going to have to leave this one on the list till Friday at this point because we don't have a candle close above that 50-day yet. So we don't know if this is going to close above or below that 50-day. Therefore, this one remains on my list at least until Friday. Doji is it's kind of the same thing here. All right. So if I remove all of this noise on the chart and just keep with our moving averages, you can see we're above the 50 and we're working on that 100-day. We fell below it yesterday, just like on CHZ. And now it looks like we're fighting with that 100-day. Again, I'm going to have to leave this one on the list until Friday, and we may have to do some cleanup then. Wrapped Luna is pumping. All right. So let's see. 15th is when I recommended it. I said this is a great price here at $80. We actually came all the way down, tested the 100-day moving average. And honestly, I was going to buy this thing this morning, early this morning. I was going to put 20% in, and it's already taken off on me 13.48% of 20% of my portfolio. Oh my gosh, man, did I miss out on that one? But you live and learn. And I should have just pulled the trigger. What happened? I was doing videos, and it's not an excuse, but sometimes things get things will distract you, and doing videos for everybody else, and didn't take time to pull the trigger on this one. My fault. Shiba. All right, we got a hammer pattern here. This one was on Friday. However, it fell below that 100-day. Now it's working on the 100-day again. I got to leave this on the list because we haven't confirmed any move below that 100-day until the close of this candle today. Comp USD. That is forming a bullish flag and still above the 50 and the 100. So that's still a good coin. I would set my first target right up here at this black descending line. I think I said that in the last video. That's currently at 166, 167, and descending slowly, very slowly. How much per day? I don't know. I would say 25 cents per day or less. SNX is a new one, I believe. I just added this one today. It hasn't confirmed. Well, yeah, it has confirmed. It's above the 50 and the 100, so it's got good support there. And additionally, if I zoom out here, was it this one that I saw? No, it was not this one. But again, simple criteria: above the 50-day, above the 100-day, gets on my list. RLC, this was on Friday, and we fell below the 50 and the 100-day since then. Since we fell below both, I realized we could pop back above both today, but I don't like the fact that it's fallen below both of those moving averages. The only good thing I like here is that 50 days pointing up. So that's going to pull it back up, but I can always add this one later. Because it's fallen below both of those major moving averages, I'm going to take this one off the list. All right, next one we have here is BCH. Again, on the 50-day and 100-day, using that as support. Nice hammer candle pattern here. We have some resistance here. That's going to be big resistance. To get above that would be great for BCH, Bitcoin Cash. We need to get above this blue ascending trend line. Ethereum is still on the hotness list and still looking good, quite honestly. AAVE above the 100-day and the 50-day. What I like is the 50-day is pointed upwards. It's going to help push this upwards. Additionally, we're about to intersect right here. Nice area of confluence between these trend lines. So that's going to help out as well. My first target is $188. LCX, nice bull flag there. So you guys see that bull flag? That is a beautiful bull flag. And not only is it a beautiful bull flag, but the tip of it resides on a nice area of confluence. So that's even more bullish. LCX, I expect by Friday, I will be pulling this off the list because I think this one's going to pump by then. Could be wrong. I'm not always the best with timing on these things, but this is looking like nice consolidation. Everything's perfect for the setup on this one. ETC has come back down below that 50-day, but it still remains above the 100-day. And what I like about ETC with this strong bull movement here, it pulled that 100-day and that 50-day up. So both of those are now headed upwards on Ethereum Classic. Very good sign. Fox, nice bull flag, and once again you have the 50-day and the 100-day under the bull flag. That's a nice setup. Not quite as beautiful as LCX, not quite there yet because Fox is a little bit above, and those that 50-day and the 100-day are quite a distance apart before they intersect, but still looking pretty good. I mean, almost the same scenario. Kyber Networks is hot, hot, hot. And look at this thing, man. All the moving averages are pointed up, all of them. But it's still way up here. It is it's forming another bull flag right up here. This is incredible, this price movement here. So once it, I don't expect if all the rest of the market is moving upwards, I don't expect Kyber Network to be any different. I don't like the fact that it is seems to be so hot right now. Look at this. We have been up near overbought territory for months now on Kyber Networks. I mean, you could actually go all, stretch this all the way back to February. It has just not, it has not performed the same as all the other altcoins. I can tell you that. This is a hot coin. OGN. All right. Since Friday, this one has pumped. All right. Remember, I said my target was the 200 day on most of these. We've hit that 200 day. So because we've hit that 200 day, I realized we could go above it and sit on that and use that as support. I realized that, but we've had our pump now. All right. This is where I recommended it. And what is the pump on this? All right. So we've had 25%. That's a good pump. If I was in this, I would take my profits. Cult. I put out a separate video on this morning when we were way down here, and it's already come. I mean, it was down 14%. It's already up 9% since I put out that video this morning. All right. And there it goes. I was expecting, and listen, my final target is 240% above this. This is not one that you invest a lot of your trading funds in, guys. Listen to me. Don't throw all your cash into this and then, do the, a tweet Lambo, moonshot, whatever, diamond hands. Don't, come on, guys. Just be safe and never risk more than you're willing to lose. Personally, for me, I threw 5% of my trading portfolio in this. That's a lot for a coin like this that doesn't have a lot of history. I typically don't do that. I've done that a couple times with Jasmy. Fortunately, unlike many of the Jasmy investors, I'm still in the green on all of my trades and not in the red, because that's what trading will do. You can maintain your profits even if a coin is in a drawback. EOS is a new one I've just added. Listen, this guy looks like it's ready to. It's still in a descending wedge, a long descending wedge. I mean, I started drawing this since June of last year, but we have topped, hit the top twice up here, hit the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times down here. Now we're pressing against the top again. And not only are we pressing against the top, but we're getting some help here from the 50-day and the 100-day. See this, guys? 50, 100-day pushing this candle up. That's a hammer candle pattern, and we've got lots of indication that we could be breaking out to the upside of this descending wedge soon. My target would be this 200-day. That would be at least my first target. And then I would say, we don't just continue up. That's 31% away. We don't just continue up. You guys know, typically when we break to the upside of these descending wedges, oops, didn't mean to do that. Let me move that back. What happens is we like to come back down. I imagine we'll hit that 200-day, then come back down maybe and test the top of that before proceeding up. But anyways, this is a new coin, and that looks like it has some good profit potential. BAL USD on top, the crossing a 150-day moving average. And you can see it's already had a pump. I could probably do a fib retracement here. Let's do that real quick from the body low to the tip. And let's just see what happens here. All right, so we're pressing up against 0.618 Fibonacci, it looks like right now. And that's going to provide support as well if we can close above that today. And my target here, again, would be that 200-day moving average. And that is a full 17% above us. Scale. Big pump before, came back down below the 200-day. Now we have the 50-day pointing upwards, the 100-day below us. This is somewhat of a bullish flag. We've had our retracement, and I believe 200-day is a good target on that one. SEC. All right, we're pressing up against the 200-day right now, or ZEC, I'm sorry. I said in my previous video, I think the 200-day is the target for most of these, and it wasn't that high. It was 15%. But that's what it's done today, just actually since the last time I looked at it. So this one is pumping today. And I'm going to say, see, if I was in this, I'd be selling at that 200 day. So I'm going to remove this one from the list. All right, last one here, ZRX. We have the 50 and 100 day below us, have popped to the top side of this, hit that 200 day. This is what I'm talking about, guys. When you get out of these descending wedges, see how we hit that 200 day? Now, we did go above it a little bit, but we're coming back down, and we have come all the way down and almost touched that 50, 100 day moving average. That I would consider the kiss mama goodbye right here. That's the kiss right there. So now it can continue to project onwards and upwards. My target for the second time would be the 200 day. Once again, that would be my first target. So we hit it once, and I think we can hit it again here. All right, and that concludes my list. Now, there is one more coin that I want to show you. I didn't put on this week's hotness, but it's a coin that, quite honestly, I can't even tell you why I'm so interested in it. But it's Suku. It's not above the 100 day. It's not above the 50 day. This, when I see, here's why I like it. I just realized this. This is why I like it. Not only is it almost near the lowest price it's ever been, but look how small these candles are, guys. That is indicating to me lots of compression, lots of consolidation. And when I see candle bodies that are that small, that is accumulation. If I've ever seen accumulation, that's accumulation. And anytime we see that type of compression on these candles and they get down so that you can barely, like, you can't even see today's candle unless I zoom in here. Look at that. The price has hardly even moved. That to me is a sign that this thing is about ready to spring up. That's the way I like to. This is like compressing a spring. And when those candles get so small that you can barely even see them on the daily, I think that's what attracts me to this one. But I'm very interested in this one, at least to hit that 100-day moving average. But this, again, this is not on my this week's hotness. This is not above the 50. This is not above the 100. This is not even above my level of resistance here. This is just something I'm interested in. And I was, until just now, I was not able to explain why this one was attracting me so much, but I think it's those little body candles. So I'm just keeping it on my radar, and I may throw some cash at it. I'm not advising you guys to do this. There's no reason you should throw cash at this. There's no good setup here. All right, let me just get that out of the way. This is you don't have much support at all underneath us, and you have lots of resistance. There should be no reason why I invest in it. I just feel that this coin could go, and that's it. That's all I can give you for that one. All right, conclusion. Always keep an eye on the big dog. All right, where a big dog goes, everybody else follows. Be patient, wait for good setups, never risk more than you can afford to lose, and best of luck to you all. Peace until the next video Friday.